Hello and welcome, or welcome back to the stream. Today I ventured into the world of the living, into the world of the sunshine, into the day world. I was a day walker today. I had multiple layers of SPF 50 mineral sunscreen. And I ventured out into the world in my long sleeves and my hat and my sunnies, and yeah, multiple layers of sunscreen. What sunscreen am I using at the moment? I am using, no one asked me that. I'm being one of those internet people. A lot of you have been asking me what sunscreen I'm using at the moment. Usually I go for a Korean sunscreen or an Australian sunscreen. Today I used an Australian one called Naked Sundays because we all like to get naked on Sundays. I don't know, apparently. And it also like has a spray that you can use for reapplication, which I do use, but I just reapplied like another 3 layers of sunscreen today because I don't trust it. But there is a spray and it smells like pina coladas. Ooh. And ladies, don't forget to put sunscreen on your hands because we've all seen Kris Jenner. Her facelift looks amazing, but her hands still look like 90-year-old hands, and she still has Crypt Keeper hands. So you don't want that. So put sunscreen on your hands, okay? I have to put sunscreen on my everywhere because of my immune system, but you should do it so you don't age prematurely. And I only had a slight autoimmune reaction to the sun. Like my cheeks are a bit swollen and I'm a little bit like congested and stuff like that, but I'm not like, I didn't get like all red and like really usually I go like lobster red, and I'm not sunburned. I'm just like, I have radiation recall from my methotrexate and I have like a rash from the sun, but I didn't get that today. I just got a little bit swollen, just a little bit chipmunky. Did I say hello to Ricochet and Moon Sugarine? Well, if I didn't, hello. I'm alive. I know. I'm a day walker now. I'm a day walker, guys. I walk in the light. I walk with the living. Yeah, good job. I know. We're gonna do connections late today because JM said he can't come until late, so hang on guys, I'm gonna take a beta blocker because I can't breathe properly. Hang on. Meow. It is I have returned. It is me, your leader. I have returned. Alright. Oh. Can I breathe through my nose? I don't know. We'll find out. Alright. Reaction. Spelling bee. Play. Alright. Our letters are O-L-A-G-H-N, and we have to use the letter E. Can have heal, lean, loan. Oh, both types of loan. Oh no E. So just one type of loan then. Well, there you go. Eels. Nah. gone. Gonial. You can have gonial. Is that a word to do with your gonads? Gonial? Not a word. I thought that was a word. Alone? Oh yeah. If I can spell, we can have alone. Phone. Oh no, there's no you. Ah, la 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 la. Huh. Aegean? Ooh, like the sea. The Aegean Sea. It doesn't usually let us have place names, but we'll see. Nah, it did not let us. It never lets us do place names. Allegory. That would be good if we could have that. But alas, we cannot. Gene. Analogy, you can't do that, Hyperbovian. Hello, user. Sounds like I just caught my ex-boyfriend cheating on me. Hello, user. How are you? Legless. Legless. I don't know, guys. We might have to abandon this one. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to think. Angle? I don't think angle is a word. Angle's a word, though. Angle and angel. Hello, Ray. Hello. Oh. Yay, we did it. Our pain is over. Alright, well, we'll do the crossword because we're going to do connections and stuff later because JM doesn't want to miss playing connections, so I said we'll do it later. Breathtaking body parts. Lungs. Broadcast booth sign. Ooh, on air. Pioneering video game producer. Salt in chem lab. Sodium? What's the thing for? I don't know. Family doctors, GPs. Credit union offering is a loan. Remove ID from on Facebook. Untag. Civil rights organization since 1909. That's the NAACP. Cyndi Lauper, girls just want to have fun. When the working day is done, oh girls, they want to have fun. Oh girls, Sri Lanka. We did it! When the working day is done, oh girls just want to have fun. That's all they really want. Look what we did, guys. Look what we did. Look what we did. We're the champions. +2 karaoke. I know I can't breathe, so I can't sing. When you can't breathe, you can't sing. Alright, let's do a rattle battle. Macy's something, a form of funding. Macy's something, protagonist of 3 comedies. A bad thing for it to Macy's on. Add an R to the end of Macy's and reverse to get some space. Change 1 letter in the first half of Macy's to get the second half of Macy's. Change 1 letter in Macy's to get an enterprise. Change the last letter of Macy's to get something that sits above a Macy's. Drop the first letter of Macy's to get a card. Rushes Macy's. Stretch of metal attached to a Macy's. Weapon heard at the start of Macy's. What collects in a Macy's? You want some anime titties? Sorry, sir. There will be no anime titties here, Azazel. Sir, there will be no anime titties here. We are but a modest, small-boobied anime woman, okay? This is as much titty as there will be. If you want to see cartoon titties, you're gonna have to go on a hentai site or go to one of the more lewdly drawn anime girls. For she is not me, sir. I am not the one to be doing that. Macy's, isn't Macy's like? Don't they do like a Thanksgiving parade or like a Christmas float, or like they do like some type of parade thing with floats through New York City, I believe. And I think it's like a clothing shop or like a department store. I think it's kind of like Maya or like David Jones or something. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it is like DJs or Maya. Macy's something, a form of funding. Okay, we're looking for a 4-letter word. A bad thing for it to Macy's. Oh, maybe rain. If it rains on your parade, that's a bad thing. No. Add an R to the end of Macy's. And reverse to get some space. Change 1 letter in the first half of Macy's to get the second half of Macy's. To get the sound the second half of Macy's makes. Huh? Change 1 letter in Macy's to get an enterprise. Change the last letter of Macy's to get something that sits above a Macy's. I don't know what sits above a Macy's. Drop the first letter of Macy's to get a card. Brushes Macy's. Stretch of metal attached to a Macy's. I don't think we're gonna get this. Maybe we'll try from Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. I think this might be too esoteric for us, guys. I can use the light bulb. Mace, something, a form of funding. Mace, a protagonist of 3 comedies. A bad thing for it to mace on. Add an R to the end of mace and reverse to get some space. Change one letter in the first half of mace to get the sound of the second half mace mate. I don't know what that means. Change one letter in mace to get an enterprise. Change the last letter of mace to get something that sits above a mace. Drop the first letter of mace to get a card. Ace! Yeah, this one is really hard. Ace, something, form of funding. Ace, something, a protagonist of 3 comedies. Oh, Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura, pet detective, aka Jim Carrey. Ventura Capital is a form of funding, right? I've heard of that. Ventura Capital? Ventura? I think so. I don't know how you say it. No, wrong. A bad thing for it to Ventura on. Add an R to the end of Ventura and reverse to get some space. Change a letter in the first half of Ventura to get the sound the second half of Ventura makes. Change one letter in Ventura to get an enterprise. Change the last letter of Ventura to get something that sits above a Ventura. Russia's Ventura. Stretch of metal attached to a Ventura. What collects in a Ventura? Venture capital? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, I was right. I'm just dyslexic. Venture capital. A bad thing for it to capital on. Add an R to the end of capital and reverse to get some space. Change one letter in the first half of capital to get the sound the second half of capital make. Change the last letter of capital to get something that sits above a capital. Russia's capital. Moscow. A bad thing for it to Moscow on. Add an R to the end of Moscow and reverse to get some space. Change one letter in the first half of Moscow to get the sound the second half of Moscow makes. Change the last letter of Moscow to get something that sits above Moscow. Stretch of metal attached to a Moscow. What collects in Moscow? Moo? Oh yeah, cows go moo, that makes sense. A bad thing for it to moo on. Add an R to the end of moo and reverse. Room. A bad thing for it to room on. Change the last letter of room to get something that sits above a room. Roof. A bad thing for it to roof on. Stretch of metal attached to a roof. B? No. 6 letters. What collects in a roof? What collects in a roof? Oh, hello, Kay. Good to see you. Gutter. Gutter. That's a stretch of metal. What collects in a gutter? Rain. A bad thing for it to rain on. Your parade. We did it. We only got 92% because we had to use a clue. But that's okay. We did it in the end. And that's all that matters. All that matters is that we tried. Alright. We did it. We sort of did it. We sort of did it. La 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 la. Nice job. The start was unfair. Yeah, the start was hard. And I'm really, really tired. I'm so sleepy. La la la. What should we do now? What should we do now, guys? No connections. We gotta wait for JM to play connections. I promised him. How was my appointment? I have like some elevated white blood counts, even for somebody with lupus. My lymphocytes and my neutrophils they're always elevated when you have lupus, because like white blood cells like indicate like immuno activity. So obviously if you have an autoimmune condition, you're going to have a lot of immune system activity. But my neutrophils and my lymphocytes were like elevated even for me. So we're keeping an eye on them. And I've got to have a few more blood tests in between my rheumatology appointments to particularly keep track of my lymphocytes. Because like it could indicate like something more serious. So got to keep an eye on that. But basically, like my fatigue is just really, really bad because of my elevated lymphocytes. That causes really bad fatigue. So that's why I'm like can barely sit up and hold myself up at the moment, and why I've been having such a hard time. Yeah, so we're just keeping an eye on everything, and yeah, just keeping an eye on everything, and yeah, should be good. Should be good. Hopefully I'm only tired for a few more weeks, and then I just go back to my normal everyday like level of fatigue, which, you know, still isn't great, but it's just, you know, my normal. So yeah, that's it really. That's it. Nothing exciting. But yeah, there's an explanation for everything, which is good, because I've been having a hard time with my just, because you know how like usually I stream during the days on the weekend. I just haven't been able to because I've needed to sleep. I've just been sleeping, like napping during the day for like hours and hours and hours and hours, and like when I get home from work I've been napping until my stream, and then like needing to have a coffee to stream because I'm just so tired for it, like to do a 2-hour stream, which is absolutely nuts. And I was like, I felt really lazy, but now that I know that it would have been physically impossible for me to not be tired, I'm like, okay, cool. It makes me feel a little bit better. Let's watch some news. Apparently, a 15-year-old boy has been charged with murder over Rouse Hill stabbing.
15-year-old boy has been charged with murder following a fatal stabbing in Sydney's northwest yesterday afternoon. Max Tillman joins us now. Max,
Yes, Demonized, this is live. We are live. We are currently live.
Awful incident. What can you tell us?
It is awful indeed, and it all played out no more than 20 metres from the gates of Rouse Hill High School here in Sydney's northwest. As you were saying, that 15-year-old boy has been arrested by New South Wales Police and charged with murder, but New South Wales Police have confirmed with us that they're currently searching for up to 2 other teenage boys who may have been present at the time. Now, this stabbing took place in the nature reserve behind me at about 4:20 p.m. yesterday afternoon, so really very much within that school pickup window here. We've got Rouse Hill High School on one side and we have a primary school on the other. Now, what we understand is that 17-year-old boy who was fatally stabbed was walking with another teenager when they were approached by a group of 3 teenage boys. New South Wales Police say Their initial theory is that both groups, or at the very least some of those within those groups, were known to each other at the time. What we understand is that a confrontation has ensued.
Hi, Demonized. No, you cannot know my real name. I am a VTuber for a reason, to keep my anonymity. So no, I won't be giving out my real name, but you can call me Panda. Everyone calls me Panda. It's my nickname. Oh, that's okay. That's all right, Demonized. I'm just like, you know, I'm not out here telling people my address and phone number and government name. But yeah, only 17. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. We're starting to become like America. Teenagers are just out here stabbing each other. It's insane. Absolute insanity. Stabbing people after school. Crazy, crazy work.
In that confrontation, that 17-year-old boy has been stabbed once in the thigh with a knife. He suffered really significant injuries. We understand there were a number of witnesses around at the time. They rushed to that 17-year-old boy's aid. Unfortunately, even with the help of New South Wales paramedics, that 17-year-old boy died at the scene. New South Wales police say that 15-year-old and up to 2 other young teenage boys fled the scene, but at about 7:30 p.m. last night, that 15-year-old boy presented himself along.
You think they got his femoral artery? I didn't know you could die from being stabbed in the thigh, because I got stabbed in the thigh. Oh, did I come? I don't think I came close to dying from where mine was, though. I'll put a photo of my scar on the Discord, but I don't think I came close to dying from mine. Mine was just really deep. Yeah. So it sounds like there were 3 assailants, 3 dudes. Because if 3 people fled the scene, it looks like a gang of little shits went to go stab this kid. That's crazy work.
Alongside his parents to a police station here in Sydney's northwest and effectively handed himself in to police. And we understand a short time later he was charged with the 17-year-old boy's murder and will be...
Good parents taking their little turd of a shit son to the police station. I mean, he should turn himself in. Little turd. It's a lot better than a lot of children. Obviously, he's still a piece of shit and a stabber, but you think the artery is in the inner thigh? Yeah, I got stabbed on the outside of the thigh. So that's probably why I was safe. But I didn't think you could die from getting stabbed there.
Facing children's court today here in Sydney, but it's obviously sparked a broader conversation once again, particularly about knife crime. We've heard from the state's Premier, Chris Minns. He's obviously passed his condolences onto the family of that 17-year-old, but we've also heard from the state member for Kellyville, Ray Williams. He once again has expressed his condolences to the family. He's described it as an absolutely untold tragedy, but at the same time, he said it is a reminder for politicians to combat knife crime in a better way.
It looks like my timeline is just all full of stabbings around Australia. Like, why is everybody stabbing each other? Calm down. Crazy. I'm just looking for stuff to watch, guys. Sorry. Didn't do any prep. I honestly was having a nap before I streamed. I had a bit of a snooze. You know, I'm not doing great. Ooh, Pauline Hanson has been censured. That's the word, for her burqa stunt.
Censured and sensationally suspended by the Senate.
Bye,
But
Pauline.
true to form, Pauline Hanson won't be silenced.
Oh my God, shut up, Pauline.
Does it really worry me? No.
The defiant One Nation leader fronting the media
I stand my ground and what I believe in.
moments after her Senate
Okay,
reprimand.
Nana. Okay, Nana. Back to the nursing home, darling. It's okay. We got you. We got you, doll. We got you, doll. We'll take you back to your fish and chip shop. It's okay. It's all right, Pauline.
Labor, the Greens and lone Liberal Andrew McLaughlin voting to censure the senator.
At least some of us in this chamber want to hold.
Arteries are the big ones deep in the body. Yeah, I only really know where the like ones in the neck and the ones in like the arms are. I guess I never really, obviously there are ones in your legs. Like obviously there's arteries. You got to have them around your body to get blood around. But I just never really considered, I know you can cut somebody like on the ankle and get the artery, but I never really considered the thigh as a place to get an artery. But I like guess it's possible. I guess because the thigh's so meaty, I just kind of didn't consider it as like a place to stab someone. So it's either one of two things with the people that stabbed him, where they tried to get an artery and they like very strategically like stabbed him, or they've just stabbed him in the thigh, not really realizing that they could do major damage. Because it's not really a place I would think of to stab somebody. Hello, Robin Benson. Nice to see you.
Hold Senator Hanson to account.
And ban her from the chamber for an unprecedented 7 sitting days
The people will judge me at the next election.
over this stunt.
Oh my
late
God.
Yesterday. Pauline
Pauline.
walking into the chamber wearing a burqa.
Pauline, wearing the burqa with a miniskirt kind of takes away from it. You're supposed to cover up everywhere. And I can see those gams, Pauline. Got to admit, for an older lady, Pauline has some impressive stems. You go, Pauline, in your in your kitten heels. 7 days of relative quiet. Yeah, I know. Oh, Pauline.
Shutting down the Senate for 90 minutes.
Senator Hanson has been parading prejudice as protest for decades.
A repeat of the same stunt 8 years ago over the same issue, her bid to ban the full face covering. Only now, One Nation's had a surge in support, and its leader has expansion plans.
Well, I told you I was going to wine and dine him, and hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Wagyu steak and mulberry pie on the menu for an intimate dinner with Barnaby Joyce, the veteran National...
Ew, yuck. Barnaby Joyce's missus is like 39 years old. And his ex-wife, Barnaby Joyce's ex-wife, was actually attractive. Like, she actually was like a very nice, pleasant-looking lady. And then he goes and has like an affair with his staffer. These people are gross. Keep your willies in your pants, all of you. Yuck. Why is everybody in politics so morally challenged? I guess because there's a lot of money on the table, right? There's money and power on the table. So you're not exactly attracting, you know, attracting people with with the best morals, I guess.
MP still flirting with the idea of defecting.
I'll just say to Barnaby to look before you leap, mate.
He's having a sandwich pressed steak with Pauline Hanson. I mean, wasn't exactly a, high-class dining, but I think he should come to a decision soon.
Barnaby Joyce says he'll make a decision by week's end. The question is whether One Nation is still an attractive prospect, given Pauline Hanson's confirmed she will run at the next election and is returning to stunts like these. The Liberals, who are losing support to One Nation, are hoping this...
When you saw it on the news, there were so many people in the comments being willfully ignorant at how she was being disrespectful. It's incredibly disrespectful. I mean, the reason why people in Islamic countries, or just people who are practicing Islam, wear a burqa is to, is for modesty and to cover up. So to wear it with like a pair of heels and like a skirt that comes above your knee is disrespectful in so many ways, as a mockery of... I mean, you can make what arguments you want for, for there not being full face coverings in Australia. Like, you know, there are laws against going into servos with like a, you know, a full face bicycle helmet or whatever. But like, the fact of the matter is, right, when I am visiting Islamic countries and I'm going to a mosque, I wear a hijab. I cover up my arms and my legs, and I cover my hair, and I behave myself. I'm not gonna go around mocking people's religious clothing. It's just really gross. But in terms of like the full-on burqa, look, like you could make arguments against like people concealing their identity, and if there's issues with that, and yada yada yada. But I mean, yeah, it's just disrespectful and a mockery of Islamic religious clothing to wear it with having like you know, having, you know, 3/4 of your legs showing and a pair of heels. It's a bit much, Pauline. It's a bit much, Pauline, and yeah, it's pretty disrespectful.
Gives voters pause for thought. Jane Norman, ABC News, Canberra.
She's such a silly lady. Honestly, like, I don't even hate Pauline Hanson because I can't hate her because she reminds me of such, like, a dithering, doddering old lady. Like, she reminds me of, like, somebody that's semi-senile. And you're gonna be like, oh, that's just crazy old Auntie Pauline. Like, I can't even find her, like, menacing or, like, scary or, like, dangerous or whatever, even though some of the rhetoric that she kind of espouses is like that, because she just kind of seems mentally deficient to me in a few ways. Like, does she... Have I visited a mosque? Yeah, I've visited a lot of mosques. I have visited many mosques in my time. Particularly a fan of a lot of the mosques in Turkey are very, very pretty. And there's a lot of really pretty mosques in Australia too. Sydney has a lot of very pretty mosques that I have visited, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many mosques I've been to, but quite a few. The Blue Mosque and the Hagia Sophia, yeah, in Istanbul, very beautiful. Very beautiful. They originally used to be churches as well. I believe both of them used to be churches. But yeah, a lot of the older mosques in Turkey used to be originally be churches. But yeah, it's always I don't know, it's just about being respectful, you know? It's just about being respectful of other people's beliefs. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to not be a dickhead, you know? It doesn't cost you anything to not be a dickhead. Bitcoin crash. Oh no. Bitcoin has lost 31% of its value. Oh, maybe that's why we haven't seen the Groper guy around. Maybe the Groper guy is struggling for cash because he lost his Bitcoin money.
Cryptocurrencies are often viewed as a barometer of risk appetite. Tony Sycamore is a market analyst from IG Australia. He joins me now in Sydney. Hi, Tony. Just talk us through what triggered this latest sell-off.
Yeah, hi Sam. We saw the Bitcoin sell-off really start to accelerate on October the 10th. A sudden flash crash there saw $370 billion wiped off market capitalization in hours. Now, the trigger was US President Donald Trump's surprise announcement of 100% tariffs on Chinese imports, which just ignited a cascade of liquidation across leveraged positions in the crypto space and also in US equities and global equity markets.
Now, Tony, the selling has continued today. Have we seen the bottom yet?
We actually hit a low of $80,537 on Friday night, which was about 35% below its record high, which ironically came just 4 days below that flash crash October the 10th. But since then, we've seen Bitcoin finding some support, and also at that 80,000 low from Friday night, we're seeing signs of capitulation as well, which does appear more significant because it's occurred above the Liberation Day lows around $75,000.
Now, Bitcoin was meant to exist outside the financial system, Tony, but it seems like it's becoming increasingly institutionalized.
Yeah. Cryptocurrency is so mainstream now. It's definitely like not a niche thing that exists like separate from like the stock market anymore. It's definitely something that is affected by world economies, and yeah, unfortunately it's going to be affected the same way that every single other stock and currency in a globalized market is going to be affected. And yeah, that's just how things be now until they come up with the next niche thing. Although I wouldn't be surprised if in future like all currency is like blockchain. I wouldn't be surprised if like that's what we're moving to, getting away from our current forms of like fiat currency and moving on to like things that are yeah, everything that you do is going to be tracked by a blockchain soon, I reckon. Maybe not soon, but like maybe a decade or two from now. I think that's kind of where we're headed economically.
And is no longer an isolated ecosystem.
It is. It's become much more mainstream, and that brings pros and cons for the crypto market. But what we're really seeing in terms of flows, in that initial sell-off, we saw institutional buyers. They were happy to pick up crypto assets on dips, but that has since turned around. In November, they have been very much more sellers, and that's added to this cascading price action, which we've seen in November.
Should I buy Bitcoin while it's cheap? Nah, probably not. Probably not. Let's be honest, I don't have enough money to invest in anything. Let's hold off on that, Panda. Let's hold on. Let's not spend money that you don't have. How about that? That sounds good.
Now, Bitcoin has wiped out all of its 2025 gains. Is the crypto winter here? Are we heading for a deep freeze?
I don't think we're going to see something similar like from FTX, for example. I think we have seen a brutal wave of liquidations across crypto assets. But as we mentioned, there is some signs of capitulation now. The other thing is volumes have started to drop off, and that's another good sign of capitulation. So at this point of time, I think we've probably seen some stabilization ahead of that $80,000 level, and potentially we can start to see it rebound from here.
Tony Sycamore, market analyst from IG Australia. Always great to have you on the program, and thanks so much for your insights.
Thank you.
Boy, Tony. Boy. Sorry. La 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 la. Ooh, a fake pensioner busted. Man posing as woman for 3 years collects $90,000. Oh, that's in Italy. Nori, stop crying. Sorry, my cat's at the door crying because my housemate went out and she's like, where is he? I miss him. And she's crying. Poor Nori. Ooh, analysis. Epstein and Israel. What did I say from the start? From the start, did I say that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent? Did I say that? Did I say that his job was to compromise highly influential Americans for blackmail purposes? Yes. That was his job. That was his job, was to collect mud to sling, for Israel to sling. That's what I said. Let's find out if I'm right.
Well, it's been a big week in US politics, with Donald Trump signing an order to release files related to the investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. For more on this, Planet America's Chaz Licciardello is with me. Chaz, it is hard to remember a week that hasn't been big in US politics.
Right.
So on tonight's show, you're going to be looking at Epstein's alleged links with Israel.
Yeah, well, in particular, Israeli intelligence, because there are so many confusing elements of this story involving Epstein. You go, well, where do you get
Mossad, I told you, Ghislaine's Maxwell's father was a very, very, very well-known Mossad agent. And I told you that the likelihood that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent was, pretty high. This is probably where Jeffrey Epstein got all his money, right? This is probably where Jeffrey Epstein got all of his money, was from Israel, so he could pose as some type of billionaire. And he's got his little island, and it's all just, throwing elaborate parties, finding out what particularly rich and influential and connected people, what their proclivities are, catering to those proclivities, making sure that it's all filmed, making sure that people are filmed in compromising positions. You've got blackmail that you can leverage against people, politicians, celebrities, whether it's for money, whether it's like APEC type pressure on politicians to make decisions in Congress that are beneficial to Israel, that are making sure that Israel is, when it comes to voting on legislation and things like that, Israel is sort of always protected. That, everybody, celebrities, politicians, even some people in the certain monarchies, are incredibly pro-Israel because they have to be, because, hey, Israel, and apparently Putin as well, has tapes of you in compromising positions with people that you should not be with. You're gonna have to do what we tell you to do. But yeah, just wanted to say I was right. Call me Nostradamus, but with a panda in it. I don't know. I'm workshopping the name, guys. I'm workshopping the name. We'll get there. We'll sort something out.
money from? How does he know all these people? The guy was a maths teacher. How did he end up in this situation? And there has been an email dump from a bunch of hackers, and we think they're Iranian hackers, which might explain why they're so into Israel. But the fact is, the emails, they look legit and they answer some interesting questions. I spoke to an investigative reporter, Ryan Grimm from Dropsite about this, and he made some good points.
For many, many, many years, people have been saying, we just don't know what it really was that Jeffrey Epstein did. We don't know where he made his money. We do know that he was engaged in a repulsive level of child sex trafficking. So yeah, how on earth is this guy, this former high school teacher, in this position of power among the global elite? What we're finding as we're sifting through these documents and the correspondence is that, you know, he was working on behalf of Israeli interests throughout much of his career. That doesn't mean he was quote unquote Mossad or he was an Israeli spy, but we do know that he was working directly with people who were. Yeah, so before we know,
well, you don't have to directly be receiving checks from Mossad or from the Israeli government to be an Israeli asset. If you are even a third party that is collecting or doing the bidding, even if it's like 1 degree removed, you're still an Israeli asset, right? Like, if I'm the henchman of like somebody in organized crime, that still means I'm a part of organized crime. Like, I might not be like directly in a bikie gang, but if I'm going around doing hits for people in a bikie gang, guess what? I still am working for, you know, I'm still working for that gang. It doesn't matter. That's not how it works. I don't have to have, you know, I don't have to have Mossad Limited putting direct deposits into my bank account for me to be working for them.
Could have been CIA. It could have been, we don't know what organization he was working with on what grounds, but we do know from the emails is that he was working with Ehud Barak, who's an Prime Minister of Israel, an ex-defense minister of Israel, and they were selling weapons at very large prices to Western African countries, dodgy countries essentially. They were selling weapons to and making quite a lot of money. So that explains where this money came from. He was also involved in arranging meetings with Putin, with various dignitaries, and Ehud Barak himself. This is how he made friends. Macron, he had personal contacts with, and just with these dealings, this is how he became connected with everyone and had all this money. So that answers some questions.
And presumably more questions can be answered when we see these Epstein files that are due to be released. I mean, there was a point where it seemed like we may never see the Epstein files. Now we've had Donald Trump sign off on them. When might we actually see them?
Look, the legislation says it's meant to be 30 days, but it also says they're meant to go through a process. That process is going to take more than 30 days. I'll tell you that right now. So I would not expect for us to see anything substantial for at least 2 months. I'd be guessing. And then the legislation says that they can't redact people for embarrassment purposes, but that they can redact anything that's classified. Guess who decides what's classified? And so if Donald Trump doesn't want something to be released, it's not going to get released. So then what's going to happen is they'll take him to court, because they'll go, oh, we've heard that there's this document, and they'll take him to court, and he'll say, I don't know about this document's there, and they'll argue about it in court. It'll take years. It's going to be a long time before we get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid.
Wow, a very protracted process.
Yes.
Okay, well, Chaz Lichadello, thank you so much for keeping across it for us.
No problems.
Donald Trump has made this announcement, Roz, on social media. As far as I can see, members of the...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Trump's making a big show of it, but there's no actual movement. Well, the thing is that everybody's implicated in it. Like anybody that was like big on the party scene in New York, any of like those New York Wall Street or real estate tycoons, they all partied with Jeffrey Epstein. It's not a left-right thing. Politicians like Bill Clinton, obviously, like a Democratic president, and his wife also for the Democrats, governor of New York and secretary of state under Barack Obama. I can't speak English. Barack Obama, like all these people, it's not a left or right thing. It's just like they're all obviously very susceptible to blackmail because they're all sickos. They're all little sickos. And yeah. Well, what should we do? Housing affordability crisis. Yes, we are all aware that housing is not affordable. This guy called Growth Official is clearly a bot. Yeah, I'm well aware, Yazlix. I'm well aware that they are a bot. Unfortunately, my mod is not on it at the moment, so but yeah, when I can get my mod to kick them, I will. It's all right. I'm not I get people like that in the kick chat all the time. It's just like I mainly stream on Twitch, so I don't really like monitor the kick so much, so yeah. You'll be back from the gym. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just someone in kick trying to sell, you know, growth. Trying to say, I can help you become a partner, you know, those ones. It's like, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't stress about it. It's not a big deal. Well, we're somewhere in America. This looks like America. Looks like where the Amish live or something. Is this where the Amish live? US highway. Good to know. Meadow Ridge. Oh, there's a sign. Nope, it's an ad for something. Also, why no one uses Kick? I don't know. People on Kick just don't like my stream, I guess. I don't know. Most people watch on YouTube, or most people watch my streamers on YouTube or on Twitch. But yeah, if I could get a Kick audience, that would be cool. My arm's already getting sore from using the mouse. I definitely have a lot of inflammation at the moment when like just clicking with a mouse. Iron collab mouse went. Yeah, I don't think Iron Mouse is gonna collab with a streamer that has like 6 average viewers. But if I could get 6,000 average viewers, perhaps she would consider Kick is mostly Asmongold and gambling. Yeah. No buildings. I know, there's not much out here. I feel like there's a lot of barns. There's corn. That's corn. They'd be growing a lot of corn wherever we are. Looks like there's some houses over here. It kind of looks nice. It kind of looks like what I imagine, like Kansas. Dorothy and Toto are just like hanging out in this field. You know, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. It's the Midwest, yeah. It's very cute. This is like what I imagine the nice part of America is, where like people are normal. Should we try? Let's try Illinois or like somewhere like that. If it's the Midwest, we'll go Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri. Let's try Missouri. It was Indiana. We weren't too far off. 488 kilometers isn't too bad. You think the original movie might be public domain soon? I'm honestly surprised it's not already. It's really old. Really, really old. Is this Australia? This might be Australia. Yeah, Telstra. Definitely Australia. Lucy Hunter Park. Alright, we're in Australia. Caravan Park. Nah, no idea. Well, we're somewhere on the water. There's a caravan park, so probably somewhere where people holiday. Pelicans on Murray. All right, I think we might be on the Murray River. There's a lot of references to, like, the Murray. So, you know, only a whole state border guy. South Yundurup. Where's Yundurup? Let's find the Murray. So, all along here, basically. Anywhere along here. I'm going to go near Echuca. I don't know why, I just am. I'm just going to guess here. Oh, it was in Perth. Why did it say the Murray then? It was tricking us. It was Perth. Oh, well. At least it was the right country. Alright, this looks like France or Italy. I think this might be France. Whoa. Help me. Yeah, no idea, but I think France. My cat's making the most adorable noises. I wish you could hear her. She's at the door and she's going, harr, harr, meow. Nori, it's okay, darling. It's all right, baby. Oh, pumpkin. She's very sad. She misses her friend. It's okay, Nori. I think this is America. Ay, 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 ay. Are there any shops in this town? Is there anything in this town? Or just this big, whatever this is, factory or something? Ooh. Oh, what does this say? No, let me get over here. Grain silos? Yeah. Mead, fire, and rescue. Well, thank you. That's very helpful. It's the Midwest. Yeah, it looks chill out here. See if there's a post office. That would be nice. Oh, it's Halloween. They got little pumpkins. Hello. I like your pumpkins. Well, let's try going up here. There's a church. There might be a post office. Lutheran church doesn't really help. It was Nebraska. This looks like Austria. This looks like maybe like the Austrian-Italian border or something like that, but could be wrong. It could even be Switzerland. Nori, it's okay, darling. It's alright, sweetie. Sorry, my cat's just losing her mind in another room. She's so sad. It's alright, darling. It's okay. That cyclist is just having a scratch of their bum. Charming is what we like to see. A bit of a cheeky bum scratch. I'm gonna go for North Austria. I'm gonna go for like... Sorry, South Austria. I'm gonna go for like the Italian-Austrian border. It was Liechtenstein. It was Liechtenstein, everybody. Well, well, well. You're scratching your ass and then you see the Google Maps car? Yeah, hopefully no one recognizes you. Alright, hopefully JM gets here soon, man. We've just been waiting for JM so we can play connections. I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy, guys. I gotta have a shower and get off. I should give you... I didn't finish my sentence. I have to have a shower and get off my sunscreen. Not I have to have a shower and get off. I just realized how badly that sounded. I should give you a location in the middle of the ocean. Like, where, like, you're in the bottom of the Mariana Trench. You can tell when my arm is sore and tired because, like, I get really low scores because I can't be bothered clicking around. So I don't get a good enough information to make a good guess. I'm just like, yeah, my arm's sore. I'm just going to guess anywhere. We are in the Czech Republic. Deep concentration right there. Yeah, 100%. I think this is like Bolivia. Oh, it's Peru. We're in Peru. All right, we're in Peru. Probably high altitude by the look of it. Let's go. Go up here. Looks like it's probably somewhere around here. Well, I did my best. Ooh. Melbourne Convention Centre. Hell yeah, we should be able to get right on this. This is... Nori, it's okay, baby. I can get pretty close to this, I reckon. I don't know exactly where this is, but I know it's near Crown Casino because I've been stuck in this like little area before. I know it's like somewhere around here. That was pretty close. Okay, I think this is India. La 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 la. get K here? Yeah, he would be helpful. Because it's his territory. You got called? Yeah, we're stuck. We're lost in India and we don't know how to get home. Step 1, leave. Step 1, find the airport. Step 2, hop on a plane. Do we have any ideas of like north, south, east, west? This is the north. Well, that's helpful. Let's just go north. "106 kilometers away." That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I will say, that's not too shabby. Which way should we go? Are there gonna be any shops in this town? Sorry if you can hear a cat yelling in the background. My cat has a lot of feelings today. She's being very vocal. Well, there's a train line. You need a new prescription? Yeah, I've got to get my eyes tested. When my rheumatologist asked me if I'd had my eyes tested, I just said yes, even though I haven't. Whoopsie, I told a lie. It's alright. I am gonna get them tested though. Dickinson County Bank. Well, I don't know where Dickinson County is, so that doesn't help me. I got some vending machines if you want a delicious drink of Pepsi. Lying to the doctor, your fave hobby. Well, look, I have been meaning to go see the optometrist, and I'm going to, because, like, I'm pretty sure I need glasses. Knock on one of the doors. It would be so good if you could do that. You always give them a different answer to "Are you sexually active?" I hate that question. It makes me feel... I don't know. I just don't like it. No, usually you just lay there. Kansas! Alright, we're in Kansas. You're just passing by, but I'm your favorite Australian YouTuber. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. I don't know how many Australian VTubers there are, but yeah. Kansas. Enterprise, Kansas. Wichita. I don't know. We'll just go here. Oh, 69 kilometers away. You haven't gone to a GP in 10 years? You could be dying and you wouldn't know. Yeah, that's not great, dude. That's actually a pretty decent score. We actually did all right that time. Well, I don't know where JM is, but he wanted me to... I've been streaming for an hour and a half waiting for him to get back from dinner so we can do connections. Oh, he's here. I called his name and he appeared. Yay. Now we can do connections, finally. We've been waiting. Been waiting all this time. Alright. Here we go. Alright. I have to do my intro first, JM, so don't start playing the game before I do the intro. The game is connections. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what those categories are. So we have to group together 4 words that might have a connection and guess. And if we guess correctly, it will tell us why those words are connected and what the category was. All right, let's go. The words are Mickey Mouse, Bug Bite, Happy Meal, Barbie Dream House, Lottery Ticket, Glad Hand, Rinky Dink, Merry-Go-Round, Cherry Blossom, Trivial, Sunny Side Up, Calamine Lotion, Vinyl Record, Flamingo, 2-Bit, and Your Head. Oh, it might be things that are pink. Cherry Blossom, Flamingos, Calamine Lotion is sort of pink. And a Barbie Dream House is pink, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you already had that. Well, I had to buy Calamine Lotion. This year because I got lots of mosquito bites and I was just scratching the shit out of my skin. So I went to the chemist and I got Calamine Lotion. And that's my story. I haven't had it since I was a little kid. That's what my dad used to put on my mozzie bites when I was little. You use it for mozzie bites? Yeah, it's pretty effective at stopping the itching. Maybe Glad Hand, Merry-Go-Round, Happy Meal, and Sunny, because glad, merry, sunny, and happy, all things that mean like happy or jovial or like, you know, feelings that I don't usually have. Trivial, 2-Bit, Rinky Dink, and another. Starting with optimistic words. Yay, got one. Rinky Dink, 2-Bit. Trivial, and we'll come back to that. Hey, Daniel O'Brien. Your head? I know. Places you hear music. Your head. A vinyl record. Small time. There you go, guys. Don't worry. I am here to finish connections single-handedly, like the princess genius that I am. Vinyl record, lottery ticket, bug bite, and your head. Things that you scratch. There you go. Ah, we did it. There you go, JM. Look how patiently I waited for you to return. Now we can play your other favorite game, Wordle, where you can feel like the genius princess man that you are. Me and JM are both princesses, but in a very different way. We're different kinds of princesses. Wordle. Ooh, thank you for the gifted sub. You got lucky and did it in 2 guesses? Ooh. What should we do for our first word? I gotta wait for JM to tell me what to do. Oh, he'll get mad at me. I'm really thirsty. I have tea. It's cold. Yum, 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 yum. Look at JM. He's throwing subs everywhere. He's throwing out subs. Thank you. Start with audio. Sorry. Whoopsie. All right. Dates. I gotta listen to JM Hyperbovian. He's the boss. I have to do what he tells me to do. Otherwise, I'm gonna get in trouble. Hey, can't be first. Yeah, otherwise I would have been green. I get it now. I kind of get how it works, sort of. I don't know. Bread. Oh, look how many letters we know where they are. We know where so many letters are. I beg you, please get this. It's okay. JM will get it. He's pretty smart. He's pretty smart. Plead. Splendid. It said that you're splendid. Look at that. Alright. I think we're gonna play a game of Scrandle and a few games of Food Guesser, and then I have so much sunscreen on my body. I'm gonna need to like oil cleanse 5 times, and I'm gonna have to like strip my entire skin barrier off to try and get off all this sunscreen. It's gonna be truly amazing. You want a K-drama recommendation? Ooh, what kind of K-dramas do you like? Do you like something funny? Do you want like a like romance comedy, or like a supernatural romance? Oh, they're all romantic, let's be honest. Everything in K-drama is very romantic, but what kind of K-drama do you want? Do I listen to K-pop? No, I don't really listen to pop music that much. Unless it's like... nah, I don't really listen to any pop music, I guess. I don't know. Mainly listen to like post-punk, new wave, dark wave, shoegaze, that type of stuff. Do I watch K-drama? Yeah, I watch a lot of K-drama. Although I haven't watched any K-drama in the last 6 months because I've been streaming. But maybe you should watch a K-drama called Mr. Queen. It wasn't very popular in Korea, but it was extremely popular overseas. It's essentially like a body swap K-drama where a modern day like hedonistic like chef swaps bodies. So he's a dude, he's a male chef, and he swaps body with a Choson era queen. And the show's called Mr. Queen, and he's like this hedonistic, like horny chef, and he goes back in time, and he's stuck in the body of a Choson era queen, and like he invents like Uber Eats, and he invents like Shin Ramen, and he invents like all this stuff. It's just really funny. It's a funny show. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Oh, good. Yeah, help me. I'm not good at like explaining the synopsis, but it doesn't give a synopsis. It's probably better off with the Wikipedia. Chaos ensues when a modern-day chef gets trapped in the body of a Choson-era queen. Yeah, I already said that. That's what I said. It's a murder mystery. It does have a murder mystery element. It's got a lot of elements. It's really funny. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny. Only shoegaze, you know. I can't see what you wrote. Can we play that? We should be able to play the trailer, right? Let's play the trailer.
그러니까 이게 좀 믿기 힘든 말이긴 한데 나 사실은 남자야.
Oh wait, you can't see the subtitles. I forgot. You can't all read. You can't all understand Korean like me. Not all of us are the chosen ones. Only me. Just trying to do it in a way it won't obscure. Hello, Adams Philip. What's up yourself?
그러니까 이게 좀 믿기 힘든 말이긴 한데 나 사실은 남자야.
남자가?
이건 개소리인가 싶겠지.
목소리까지 변했어?
이거 소용됐고. 내거 어딨어? 니들 나한테 무슨 짓을 한 거야?
실은 깨어난 빛이 마음.
Oh yeah, no touchy. That was the best part of this. No touchy. I say that all the time.
용태가 심상치 않다는 소문이 국내에 돌고 있사옵니다.
지금이 뭐 조선시대야?
조선시대요.
나중에 임금님 납셨네.
임금님이요.
내가 왕 마누라가 된다는 소리야?
내일이면 우린 부부의 연이 될 터인데.
내가 남자는 참 취향이 아니거든.
내일이요. 우리의 가래시.
내일?
그래, 물이야. 물을 통해서 몸이 바뀐 거야. 언제나 빠져나갈 구멍은 있는 법. 돌아가자. 내 삶으로, 소중한 내 몸으로.
출석부 출석. 야, 너 왜 안 해?
뭘 어떻게 말이요? 놀이라하여 기대하였는데 왜 출석부만 외치고.
Anyway, it's funny. It's cute. I like it. It was cute. It was funny. I'm scared. Don't do that to me. She makes a very convincing man too. Yeah, she's a really good actor. She's really funny. Yeah. I don't know. I guess that will suffice as a K-drama recommendation. I don't know what type of genre of film you're into, Mr. Juniper Berries. So I don't know. But that was funny. That was a funny show. I enjoyed it. Am I also growing this into a career someday? I would love to VTube full-time and not have a job. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Plop, plop, plop. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. We're gonna play Scrandle. Na 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 na. Would we prefer a double bacon cheeseburger with chips or a Befana? What's Befana? What is it? I'm gonna go for the burger. Would we like sensational popcorn for $2.15, or would we like burger, no price data? Have I been trying out new ways to grow properly? Are you trying to sell me something, Adams Phillip? I think you're gonna say, add me on Discord. I will help you grow your VTuber career. Is this the new script with the... But if I'm ever open to a quick chat, yeah. Yeah. Popcorn is trustworthy? Yeah. You send emails like that every day? Yeah, because JM's a little scammer. JM be out here. JM, nah, I picked him with a second question. I was like, yeah, I know. I know what you're up to, mister. Would we like a cheeseburger flavored pie? You know what? 4 and 20 pies have gone really downhill. They really are, like, not nice. They used to be nice, and now they're just, like, gross. So we're going to go for the chicken fillet tenders, hash browns, fries, and barbecue salsa. Thank you. It's alright. Hyperbovium's probably already turfed them. He's pretty quick. Cheeseburger and fries for 15 quid, or hot honey chicken and chip with no price data. Oh yeah, Domino's is gross, man. Domino's is gross. It's not worth it. I almost got pizza tonight, and I was so grateful that I didn't, because after I had food in my tummy, I was like, I'm so glad I didn't spend a lot of money on pizza. Pizza is not cheap, guys. Yeah, the burger. See, I don't know. I'm always about a good fried chicken. Fried chicken is probably one of my favorite things in the world. Probably gonna go for the chicken. Yeah. Sorry, Ricochet. I'm a sucker for fried chicken. Do we want this bird? Do we want this bird that you can't see? Let me move so you can see the bird. Do we want this birdie? Or do we want whatever the fuck this is? You're so embarrassed that's from Australia. What have we done? Yeah, that's nasty. That looks really freaking nasty. Should we go for the bird? Let's go for the bird. Yeah, everyone wanted the bird. Chinese box or the Boro burger? I'm gonna go for the Chinese box. Ooh, they wanted the burger. I'd definitely go the Chinese box. Chili cheese chips or mini gluten-free chocolate brownie? Chippies. Always chippies, yummy. Bag of salted peanuts or chicken tikka and chips? Hot honey chicken and chip or hot dog? Well, this looks very sad. This looks like a very insecure man over here, you know? You know what I'm saying? If you've got a big hot dog bun, you need to have a big sausage to go in it. You know what I'm saying? Herring and onion, fish brotchen. Or this little pizza, this little guy. Ooh, I was wrong. It's fish bread. Ooh. Alright. Food guesser. See, 30% of people are willing to give fish bread a try. Yeah, it depends what country you are, because in a lot of countries, like, stinky fish is like very normalized. Like, the type of like disgusting smelling like smoked fish that like Slavs and stuff will just eat from a can. I'm so desensitized to just like, yeah. Yeah, my okay. Rice, lamb, onions, raisins, almonds, spices, saffron, bay leaves, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, black lime, boiled eggs, chickpeas, rosewater, fried nuts, and barberries. I'm gonna go for Iran. It borders Iran. What do you know? You ate oysters from a tin yesterday. I grew up eating smoked mussels and smoked oysters out of a tin because they used to be really cheap, and I always used to have them on toast when I was a kid. I like to I still do this. I still do this sometimes if like I go to Aldi or something and I get like the smoked oysters from Aldi, like the smoked oysters in oil. I just toast like a piece of bread, and then I cut up some tomato, and then I toast the bread, and I put some butter, and then I put the oysters on there, and I kind of like smush them with a fork onto the bread, and then I put some tomato and some salt and pepper, and then like a little bit of onion on the top, and I have like an open face sandwich like that. I don't know. That's what my baba used to make for me when I was little, so I like it because it reminds me of my grandmother. So we're bordering Iran and we're going to the southwest of Iran. Apparently, that is where we are going. Oh, somebody said I smell like fish. We love some misogynistic comments. Did you know that if a woman smells like fish, it's probably your fault because you probably gave her BV with the dirty bacteria on your dick? That's how that works, actually. Where am I trying? Why am I so gay? Because I scissor with women. That's why I'm so gay. If you were wondering, the son of man. Try Saudi. Fine, I'll try Saudi just for you. There you go. There you go, my little muffin. My little love muffin. I'm gonna call JM my little love muffin. Cauliflower, carrots, celery, bell peppers, olive oil, vinegar, garlic, salt, oregano, black pepper, red pepper flakes, cucumbers, onions, green olives. This dish is a colorful medley of pickled vegetables, typically featuring carrots, cauliflower, celery, and bell peppers. The vegetables are marinated in vinegar and seasoned with herbs and spices to create a tangy, crunchy condiment. It's often used to enhance salads, sandwiches, or antipasto platters, adding a burst of flavor and texture to a variety of dishes. This versatile relish balances fresh and tangy notes perfectly. Italy! Italy. Raw. Ooh, this looks yummy. Ice cream, sorbet, sponge cake, meringue, whipped cream, fruit puree, liqueur, nuts, chocolate sauce, candied fruit, fresh fruit. This dish is a layered frozen dessert traditionally made in a spherical mold, resembling a bomb shape. Oh, is this from Alaska? Is that what that is? It typically features a combination of ice cream, sorbets, or mousses with complementary flavors, often adorned... Am I eating chocky? No, but I have chocolate in my hands. This is the sound of 2 Cadbury blocks rubbing together. Sorry, I'll put them down. I was just playing with them. Baked Alaska? I think it's Bomb Alaska. I think Baked Alaska is a different thing. I think it's called Bomb Alaska. Bomb Alaska. You thought my mic was freaking out? No, I was just like, I'm thinking about eating my chocolate when I finish the stream. So I was just kind of playing with it. Anyway, let's try America. America is cold. They are the same thing. Your mum's the same thing. Shut up, JM. Shut up, my little love muffin, or you're gonna become my least favorite love muffin. Sorry, I have the chocolate in my hands again. I can't help it. It could be Italian. It looks like a Nutella mold. Ooh. Italy. Ooh. Bombay glacé. It's gotta be French, right? Could it just be French? Could it just be French? Could be Swiss. Oh, which way are we going? We're going northwest. West-north. Should I try France? Yeah, it's French. Ooh, look at that. We're a gastronomical genius. Alright, one more game, and then I'm gonna have to cover my entire body in like... in like Korean cleansing balm, and then do probably 2 of those, and then do like a foaming cleanser to get off all of my sunscreen. I don't know how many layers of sunscreen I'm wearing, but it might be a world record. I was not taking any chances with the sun. Young coconut, grated coconut, tamarind, kaffir lime leaves, bay leaves, galangal, salt, sugar, chili peppers, spinach, green beans, bean sprouts, cabbage, turmeric, garlic, shallots, dried shrimp, fried shallots, basil leaves. This dish starts by balancing a variety of vegetables like cabbage, bean sprouts, and green beans. Prepare a mixture of grated coconuts, ground spices, and saute until fragrant. Mix the blanched vegetables with the spiced coconut mixture until well combined, served at room temperature or slightly warm for a flavorful experience. Pauline's trying to ban good sun protection from our vulnerable lupus girls? Yeah, because what if I need to wear a burqa for my lupus? That is just mean. I think it's Southeast Asia, but I don't know where. Your grandparents were Muslim for a short time. That is, that's very interesting. That's very interesting, my little love muffin. You're gonna have to tell me about it later. Coconut stir fry. It said it's a salad. Did it say it was a salad? It's served at room temperature or slightly warm, so it's not a salad. It's giving Thailand. Thailand is cool. As in, it's not Thailand. Or near Thailand. Hello, nameless star. What is crack-lacking? What's up? Not much. Not much. We want to go south and east. Southeast, maybe? Yeah, if it was Vietnam, though, it would be very hot, or borders, I think. Should we try Indonesia? Oh, Indonesia. Look at me go. Green beans, all-purpose flour, eggs, water, salt, pepper, olive oil, and baking powder, and paprika. This dish consists of green beans coated in a light batter and then deep fried to a crispy perfection, resembling small fish in appearance. These savory treats deliver a satisfying crunch with every bite. The batter typically includes flour, water, and eggs, providing a delicate golden crust, often enjoyed as an appetizer or snack. Their simplicity and delightful texture make them a beloved favorite. I think this is gonna be hungry because this Hungarian lady Urshi that I know makes this with a lot of different vegetables. And if you look at the salamis and stuff there, and that's got paprika in it, I reckon it's maybe from Hungary. Hungary is warm. Okay, so it wasn't Hungary. But, you know. With how they describe the food, they could make dirt sound appetizing. How's the compass looking, Hyperbovian? What do you reckon? Hungary is warm. It could be Poland. Maybe Croatian? Portugal? Portuguese? I'll trust my little love muffin. There we go. Dry beans, onions, tomatoes, chibritza, or... I don't know. This dish is a hearty soup made primarily with dried beans, complemented by a mix of vegetables such as carrots, onions, and tomatoes. Often enriched with savory spices and herbs, and includes meat, commonly beef or pork, to enhance its rich flavor. The broth is typically thick and robust, offering a comforting and nourishing meal ideal for warming up during the colder seasons. It has to be Bulgarian. Let's try Bulgaria. Correct. Beef broth, mandu. Well, it's got mandu in it, so it's obviously Korean. Beef broth, mandu, mu, onion, garlic, soy sauce, salt, black pepper, green onions, egg, sesame oil, gib. Yeah, this is South Korea. Half a pound of mortadella bread, cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, mustard, pickles, and olive oil. I think this might be American. I think this is like Italian American. I think this is like a deli sandwich. Start by slicing a fresh baguette or similar bread lengthwise. Spread a layer of mustard or mayonnaise on both sides. Layer thin slices of mortadella onto the bottom half, nearly half a pound. Add toppings like lettuce, tomato, provolone, and pickles if desired. Close the sandwich and optionally press it slightly to enhance the flavors. Cut into portions and serve immediately. This dish is perfect for lunch. It looks like the USA. Yeah, I reckon it's a USA. The USA is cold. We are wrong. You're gonna be controversial. You're always controversial. Go on. Go on then. You do not like Italian sandwiches? Oh my goodness. Argentina. It borders Argentina. We want to go northeast. Uruguay. It borders Argentina and Uruguay. Plop. Brazil. Let's try Brazil. Correct. It was Brazil. Final score. We're still a gastronomical genius. Look at us go. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go oil myself up, which sounds really sus, but I'm gonna get this sunscreen off. It's blocking my pores. I'm gonna die. Alright, guys. See you next time. Bye. Oh, thank you for following in this win. But the stream is ending. Okay, don't get too oily. I don't think you guys know how an oil cleanse works. Do you guys not know how oil cleansing works? You need to learn about skincare. Alright. See you next time. Bye.